Okay, back on our home screen now. Let's go and select our list that we created previously. Set the list, and now we can tell it what this is going to be a list of. So select the list. This is going to be a list of posts, and this list is going to display posts from communities that you are a member of. So this is going to be logged in user, and it's going to be logged in user, communities, community members only. I'm going to sort it from the newest to oldest. I'm going to add a bit more spacing also. Now that we have this is going to show us any new posts from communities that we've joined or are a member of in a bit of a feed here. So now we need to go into our list and tell it which components to map to which piece of content from our database. So double click into your list, double click into the image. We're going to set dynamic image, and it's going to be a current post, and it's going to be the current post content image. Do the same for the title, where we're going to delete the placeholder text. Press this red button up here, which is going to allow us to enter a variable. It's going to be a current post, and it's going to be the name. Okay, and the same for content. We're going to remove that, add a variable, current post, content. Okay. Now let's add another bit of text. Because we're going to have multiple posts in here from different communities, it might be a good idea to just display which community this is going to be from. So in the bottom right hand corner here, let's add another variable. It's going to be current post community. Sorry, current post community name. Current post community name. Because we've tied all our collections together, we now have all these variables available to us. We have all the current post information, the logged in user information, and we can use that to start building out all our pages. Great. So what you could do also, if you want to add something else, you could also add another image. This is not necessary, but you can add another image to display what community your post is from. Image, dynamic image, current post, community profile photo, and that will overlay this on top. If there's no image, don't show anything. And you can edit the styles as well to add a bit of a border. You can add a white border so it will show up. Okay, and then you can also round it if you'd like also. I'm a big fan of doing things round. Okay, so now we have what's going to start to take shape of our feed from the communities that we're a member of. It might be a good idea on this screen also to display some more information about the communities we're currently a member of and the communities we're following. So let's add in some more text. This is going to be joined. There is a setting here if you edit the styles of your text field, which is auto width, so it's a good idea. Add another piece of text as a descriptor. What I'd like to do here is enter a field which shows if they're not a member of any communities. Okay, And the way you can do this, you can show or hide components depending on the parameters of the user. So select a component, and we're going to select the menu up here, these three dots, and change the visibility to sometimes be visible if the logged in user community members count is equal to 0. Okay, so if you're not a member of any communities, then you're not going to see, then you're just going to see this placeholder text. We're going to do the same. We can just copy and paste these elements. We're going to do the same for communities you follow. And the reason for doing this is so that if you have a community, you can create public posts. So not only can you create posts just for your paying members, you can create public posts that might attract people in to subscribe to your channel or content. Now we're going to want to display a list of these communities, both the list of communities you joined and also the list of communities you're following. So in this case, we're going to add a new component. It's going to be a simple list. I'm going to add this in under here and resize this as appropriate. Let's drag this down a bit more. Make sure we're keeping it all in line. Okay, and now we can also remove the subtitle. So you do this by double clicking the list and you can see the fields. We're going to remove the subtitle, we're going to toggle that off, and then we're going to map the components of this list to our communities, and the filter is going to be the logged in user communities that you're a member of. Okay, I'm going to sort again however you want, but I'm going to sort it to description A to Z. Now we're going to go in and map this left section, which is going to be the avatar and the current community profile photo. So it's already pulled that over, and if there's no image, show a placeholder image, and we can add that in later. If you want, you can set the maximum amount of numbers. So for this one, I'm just going to choose 5. We don't want it to go on forever. And then I'm going to just copy this list component over, so it's the same settings. If you copy and paste, it will paste it in place, so you can drag it down. And for this one, again, it's going to be communities, but in this case, it's going to be communities followed. Cool, so we're starting to get some more information to be able to be displayed on the page. And next, we're going to add in some buttons over the right hand side so that you can actually create a community and discover communities.